As the Bible says, your desire shall be for your husband, and he shall rule over you. People in colonial times took this very literally. Only 400 years ago, women had no economic, political, or legal independence. This is women in the law. Under English common law, a married woman's identity was covered by their husband. This act was called coverture. So, upon marriage, women lost their independence. Under coverture, the wife really had no legal existences and was civilly dead. She couldn't own property in her own name, make a contract, or represent herself in court. Husbands controlled any money their wives earned, and any property brought into the marriage by a woman would also be controlled by the husband. Men were even able to physically correct their wives and children. English common law traveled across the Atlantic with the colonists, but some common practice varied in states. Believe it or not, the women of this era were accepting of these laws. They were all considered normal. In Puritan colonies, marriage was thought of as a civil contract, and divorce was available from the start. They understood marriages could be separated if one spouse violated the other. In Chesapeake colonies, high death rates and the lack of women permitted women to remarry automatically. When women were needed to succeed, they had more rights. As the frontier moved west, the East Coast returned to coverture. A wife was expected to be obedient to her husband, and this caused many women to endure abusive marriages. Divorce was not an option in a few colonies, but the Puritans had always had divorce laws in place. Separations usually required the husband to legally support his wife while they lived apart. Widows, however, could own property, collect rents, manage shops, and have standing in court. Native American tribes in British North America treated women as equal to men. They were interdependent, and both men and women were expected to perform their necessary tasks throughout the tribe. Unlike colonial women, once Native American women were married, they didn't become dependent on men, and either spouse could choose divorce. To recap, when women got married, their rights disappeared, but even before then, they were hugely discriminated against because of their gender.